You'll have to forgive me for posting the thumbnail of the volume cover of Mushoku Tensei. I just had to show it to people. I just had to brag that my best girl won. The one who got to him first was the one with barely anyone talking about her. Seriously, she only has one figurine about her. One figurine. Eris has multitude ones of her being lewd and her action battle ready ones, and even Roxy has abundance of ones from noodle stoppers, the big ones, the small ones. Roxy has so many. She even had advertising of her stuff, and good for her. But at the end of the day, the one who cured my boy, the one who got the ring first, the one who got the dream mansion, the one who got the home run, who won the whole game, was Sophie. Yes, it wasn't Eris, it wasn't Roxy, it was Selfie. So I just had to see when I saw this cover photo. Like, I may not want to buy light novels from Seven Seas, but I will probably buy the mangas just because I love the volume covers. They haven't been improving throughout time. I remember the first covers looked kind of boring. The covers now look extremely impressive, especially after I believe volume 8 is when the covers start being really good. So I just need to buy. I got like 7 of them to buy, so it won't take long. With that being said, after the wedding, after calming down and getting to their daily routine schedule, things have, calmed down within the area that Ruiz lives in, his mundane life, helping out Cliff in his help to remove the curse from his soon-to-be wife, Elenise, and him helping out Zenoba and his sculptures in his hidden project, attending classes, being a husband, training, discovering the secrets of the Mana incident, etc., etc. The easy life until he got a letter from Paul. And the letter shows how Paul has become humble. In the past, when Paul wrote Ruiz a letter, it was different. He was more confident in what he wanted to say. He wanted to help him. And this one, it was full of apologies, as in he feels bad for constantly having to rely on his son. It's a giant comparison and a contrast towards how Paul saw Rudy after they first met after the Mono Calamity, where he had so much expectation in Rudy. Despite what Rudy went through, he doesn't matter. He was hoping Rudy had some results. He had so much expectations in his son, but at the end of the day, his son was still a child, despite what you may think. Now it's different. He feels ashamed now after having that change, having that bonding moment that he had with his father. Paul feels different about having to rely on Rudy. It's like he shouldn't have to, but he has no choice. He wouldn't be the one to push through and bring the family back together because of what happened. Rudy's already found Aisha and Lilia, so he thought he really didn't need to do any more. Finding Zilf should be his responsibility, but so that's why he's doing it on the quest with Roxy and the others, while he will have his two sisters going to live with him. The two sister arc. We are now officially in volume 11, ladies and gentlemen. In volume 11 is very, very emotional. You'll see the difference between the sisters, and you'll choose which one will be your favorite from here on out. That's where I started. Aisha's still my favorite, but I do respect the hell out of Norm after the volume, that is. And the thing I like is about, like I said, perspective. Most show content has always been about perspective. What you may see as a bad person or a good person can change determine on their actions and how you perceive their actions going onward throughout the story. So I can't wait for the little sister arc. It's going to be very, very interesting to see how people react to it. Nonetheless, that's still the same with the anime in season 2 as well. Now, other than that, they also had an interesting conversation with Selfie saying how, how Rudy's still kind of bad time on his family, where Selfie's family was forgotten. One thing I feel like they could have done within the series of Mushoku Tensei is show Selfie's reaction to her family stuff. Remember, Selfie had a mother and father too. That's all she had during that moment. So it would have been nice if we had a chapter or even an episode showing her reaction of finding out that her family is dead during the Mana calamity. Remember, a lot of people died and are still missing to that day during the Mana calamity. It was one of the worst incidents in their world's history. Very, very terrible. So it would have been nice to show the reaction of Sophie breaking down, upset, her reaching that breaking point, something that causes a change within her. But fortunately, we don't get that, which sucks. It was a waste of potential because we got it with Eris. Remember, when Eris made it back, when Eris and Rudeus made it back, they themselves had that conversation where they found out what happened to Eris's parents and her grandfather. We saw her reaction. It was very impactful and powerful. It changed the course of the entire series. So it would have been nice to see a reaction of Sophie if she found out, when she found out, when her parents died. It would have been nice to see that. So, other than that, last thing they want to talk about is Ranma, or disturbed magic. Disturbed magic can't be used by anybody. In fact, only my Rudy can use it because he saw it up close in hand. So Sophie wants to learn disturbed magic because she saw how interesting it was, how you can interrupt someone's magic incantation, whether it is chantless or it is chanting. Disturbed magic or Wanma can stop it. It's very interesting and it's very hard to master, but it is not impossible. It just takes time. But at the same time, there are some things that Rudy himself can do. For instance, Rudy can't do automatic healing like Sophie can. Sophie can do chantless healing, something that she can do. She also do chantless wind and probably water, I believe. But Rudeus can't do that. So I guess Sophie was happy that there are some things that Rudeus himself can't do. Okay, now. I think that's where it ends for this. Now all I want to talk about is this. How do you guys feel about it so far? From volume 11 all the way up to now, this is pretty much the entirety so far of season 2. Next volume, which is volume 11 we're in, after that is volume 12. So technically, for season 2, which will come out next year, these next 2 volumes will cover the ending of season 2 of Mushoku Tensei. I want to know how you guys feel about it so far. Do you like it? Do you love it? Do you hate it? Mixed feelings about it? Because this is where it is, man. This is what pretty much when you read the manga of volume or the light novels, which is volumes 8, well, I guess 7 through 12. I'm sorry. Yes, volume 7 is being animated. It's going to start beginning, and I guess that's okay. But other than that, I still can't wait for season 2. It's going to be amazing. Some people are going to like it for slice of life moments. They like that good animation when it comes to action, which action is good, but it's only good when it's necessary. If there's no need for action, there's no need for action. So a lot of people have a lot of hate towards the school arc because of there's no action. Remember that. Going forward. You heard here first, folks. So anyways, like I got this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, and of course, hit that bell icon. This sounds from Madcrownxox on anime. Sign out.